So typically in a course like this, because we talk about sensitive topics like race, sexuality, gender, topics that we all have personal experiences with, and topics that sometimes cause emotions to come up when we discuss them, this kind of class, it's very important that we use community building strategies, that we make this a safe place where people can talk about difficult topics and still feel respected and validated, still feel like their voice matters even when folks disagree with you, and so forth. So typically in a face-to-face class, I would do that through circle practices. We would do a welcome circle. We would have Socratic circle discussions and things of that nature. But we can't do that now under these circumstances. So how am I going to build community in a virtual space? Well, the first activity I'm going to introduce is called Our Stories. I consider this a virtual community building circle. So I'm going to ask for 5 students to volunteer. And the way that you'll volunteer is by raising your hand virtually. The first 5 who volunteer will participate in this activity. And each of those students who volunteer are going to introduce themselves to the class and answer the question, what is one positive thing that has come from quarantining for you? So again, this is a virtual activity that I'm using to try to create a safe space, a learning community that is necessary to have the kind of conversations that we're tasked with having. And the picture symbolizes that. So again, 5 volunteers, the first 5 virtual hands. You're going to introduce yourselves and you're going to share your answer to the question, what is one positive thing that has come from quarantining for you?
Another participant.
I have more.
Oh, there it goes.
All right, so we have Darren, Jessica, Caitlin, Alejandra, and Jorge. So if you can see the hands raised, those 5, that's the order in which we're going to have this short welcome circle. That means I'll start, and then to pass to Darren, I'm just going to say Darren's name. And that means I'm passing the talking piece, so to speak, to Darren. Darren will share, and then he'll say Jessica to pass the talking piece to Jessica, and so forth. So the virtual talking piece is you just say the next person on the list's name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jorge is the last. We're only doing 5 students this time. So Jorge will be the last student, and then I'm going to jump back in. Any questions about the process? Is that clear? All right, so I'll start. My name is Jordan Perez Fulham. I'm here at my apartment in University Village on campus at CSUSB, and I'm the instructor for this course. So one positive thing that's come from quarantining for me is probably that my wife and I have had more time to cook healthy food, where we both just started a plant-based diet, and we have more time to experiment with different like vegan recipes than we would if we were both working outside of the house every day. So that's been something positive for us. Darren.
For me, I personally am a very lazy person. So quarantining has allowed me to really express myself in the laziest way possible. And I love that. So, and I believe, who's after me? Jessica.
Okay, hi, I'm Jessica. Something positive that has came from this situation in quarantining, we weren't able to work, and that's been really hard on me, not being able to have a job and trying to do observations and student teaching. So one of the positive things is, even though I'm out and working with the public and trying to do everything, I'm working, so that's good. But other than that, just trying to stay safe. So yes, that's the positive of it. Caitlin, I believe.
Okay. I say one positive thing that's happened is I have had a lot of time to spend with my family, which is good and bad. but mostly good. And I was able to clean my room and help clean the garage. And that really needed to be done. Alejandra?
Hi, everyone. One positive thing that has come out of all of this is me being able to homeschool my daughter. I'm getting teaching experience, and just seeing her like grasp the material is very positive for me, and I'm happy I'm able to do that right now. Is that it? Jorge, I think.
How's it going, guys? My name's Jorge George. I'm used to both. So my concept is actually biology, and honestly, I felt that I've experienced a lot of positive things from this. I luckily still have a job. I work for Starbucks. This is where I'm currently am at. I got luckily the luxury to actually be here and use the Wi-Fi being here, as opposed to, you know, not allowing anyone else to come in here. So that's really nice. In addition to that, save a lot of money. I've been saving so much money instead of, you know, going out there and just trying to buying food to eat. I'm actually cooking more, you know, and that kind of stuff for the most part. But it's been going, you know, well, despite of what everything's going on and stuff like that.
And the talking piece comes back to me in a circle discussion like this, because everyone has to wait their turn to speak. It doesn't allow for exchange of ideas and students to respond to each other. So usually you will do a second pass of the talking piece for that purpose, to allow students to make connections and to respond to another. And I'm going to do that now. As always, in these kinds of circle activities, it's always okay to pass. So if the talking piece gets passed to you when the person before you says your name and you don't have anything else to add, that's totally cool. That's fine. Just pass the virtual talking piece to the next person by saying their name. So I'll start again. I wanted to make a connection with Caitlin. I believe it was Caitlin who said that one positive thing is that we get to spend more times with our families when we're quarantining. And that's been the case with me. It's just me and my wife in our apartment here at University Village, and we get to spend more time together. It was funny when we first, you know, realized the circumstances that we were in. My wife said to me when we were making dinner, she's like, I just realized that you're stuck in the house with me all day. This is like my dream come true. She was like so excited that, you know, I wouldn't be going out to meetings and work and schools and stuff like that. So that's something that I connected with. Darren.
Cool. I guess I'll connect kind of what Jessica said. We're not in work anymore. So for me, since I've been working since the day I graduated high school, I will say, however, for me, I'm very comfortable with staying in my house all day. So it's a nice change of pace to working consistently for like the past, like, what is it, like 6 years, whatever, in my life. So I'm personally enjoying not working. So I would like to get back to it. Jessica, back to Jessica then.
Okay, I just wanted to make a connection with Jorge. I totally agree with being able to save money. That has been amazing for me. So trying to meet some personal goals and things like that. And so being able to save money is super good for me. Caitlin.
Sorry, we have to like transfer mute and stuff because we're in the same room. I wanted to connect with Alejandra because I have a 14-year-old brother. It's his freshman year in high school. And not only does he have like his normal classes, but he's got all these, it's like dual enrollment. So it's through our local community college. And I don't know, it's really been cool to see him working out. Like he's really good with all the tech stuff. But I'm really good with like helping him with homework. So it's been kind of cool. I wouldn't say I'm homeschooling him, but it's still been cool helping him out. Alejandra.
So, sorry, I have a bad cough, and it's not COVID-19. Okay. So I want to connect with Caitlin to just spending time with my family. My dad was actually in the hospital this past week, and we weren't able to see him. So it was just kind of hard. And now that he's home, being able to be with him and cooking for him, it's a very nice experience. Jorge?
I could actually connect with Dr. Foam, as a matter of fact, because I actually have been learning how to cook as well. I mean, I really knew, but I've been actually pretty much improvising recipes and that kind of stuff. So it really does help out with, saving money and stuff like that in addition to that stuff. And what do we got next? Did we skip someone? Is it Alejandra or Erica?
No, we're done, I believe. That was all 5.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, everybody, for participating in that welcome circle. I'm sitting here thinking, by golly, we just had a successful welcome circle in a virtual environment. So virtual high five to everybody for helping to pull that off. So next, we're going to transition to 2 activities that you're going to complete on the learning module on Blackboard. The first item on the learning module is a link that's going to take you to the